Well, ladies and gentlemen, no mai huddle mai to the Golden Shears 2023. This is the start of the afternoon session, and we're going to start off with a bang. We have got the junior wool handling final. So as these wool handlers take the stage, please give them a big round of applause. On table number 4 from Matota, Lucy Ellis, ladies and gentlemen.
And all the way from Australia on table number 3, she is the first Aboriginal Native Australian to make this final. Give a round of applause for Jolie Orchard.
On table number 2, also from Australia, making her debut here at the Golden Shears. Give her a hand, Abby Cornrow, ladies and gentlemen.
And also up here on stand number 1, she's the form horse in the junior wool handling. And also this is her first year competing in the show circuit, Tatiana Keefe from Raipunga. Well, Tuma, we've got a couple of Kiwis and a couple of Aussies. It's a bit like that Trans-Tasman test that went on last night. But only one of these wool handlers is going to be crowned the junior wool handling Golden Shears champion. So we'll let these ones settle in and I'll let you get them going there, Tuma.
Well, we just got to wait for the green light. We have the green light. Can we have our shearers to the board, please? WBS are the sponsor of this event. Thank you very much to our sponsors. We have many, many sponsors here at the Golden Shears, and we love you all. Timekeepers ready for competition fleeces. Competitors, get set, go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the name of the game with this wool handling business, it is to add value to the farmer's fleece. And by adding value to the farmer's fleece, there's a lot of off-coloured wool, there's short wool, there's hollow fibres around the sheep, and these wool handlers, they need to put those into their assorted bins. Now these wool handlers, they've got 9 bins around their tables, and in every one of those bins should be a line of oddments. So on the belly you've got 2 lines of wool. You've got the brisket wool and you've got the main belly wool. Then you move into the crutch, and you've got short wool. There's some sock wool. There may be a bit of pen stain and maybe some dags. So then they walk up the neck. The shearers and the wool handlers, they need to catch the wool around the head and the cheeks. That's a hollow fibre, and that will not accept any wool dye. So if you've got any of that wool in a black carpet, you'll end up with white specks through your carpet. So then the shearers, they move into what we call the long blow. Now the wool handlers will move around the back of the shearer, sweep the board, give them a nice clean area to work in so there's no contamination to the fleece. They turn to the last side, they catch the cheek wool, and then as the shearer comes down the last side, they will set the fleece up how they want it to land, Jimmy, nice and straight and flat.
Yes, exactly, Toma. That's exactly the aim of the game, is to land that fleece on the table nice and flat. Throw number 1 down there for Tatiana Keefe. Oh, she's done a good job, but the lady on number 2 from Australia, a little bit of bunching down the back end there, but it's good. And Jolie Orchard from Aussie, a little bit of overhang, but that's nothing to worry about. Every A4 piece of paper that's over the table is 1 point, so there may be 1, 2 and a couple more, but all these wool handlers are working around their fleece. They've got to skirt up one side and get to the other, up to around the neck area before their shearers turn into the crutch. But back to the board for this young lady, Tatiana Keefe. She knows exactly what she's done. She's top qualified into the semi-finals. Now she's top qualified into the final. Can she make it one more round at the top, Tuma? There's 3 other competitors standing in her way.
Yes, you're dead right, Jimmy. These wool handlers, they've got their work cut out for them. So what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen, is they're walking around the side of the table, and towards the edge of the table, if they've thrown that fleece correctly, there should be what we call the first pieces. So the first pieces, that needs to come out and go into its own little basket. And because we've had a lot of rain here in the Waitan Upper, there is a bit of yellow in there, but these young juniors, they do not need to worry about the yellow. They disregard the yellow. But here come the shearers, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what it's like in the wool shed. The shearers, they do not stop Just because you've got a fleece on the table, they just keep going. And down the last side are working these shearers. Young Lucy down here on table number 4. She's got her fleece away. Jolie Orchard, the Australian girl. She gives the table a bit of a shake. Goes back to shear. Lovely throws down there. Oh, we've got some beauties, Jimmy.
Oh, you done this in this young Tatiana Keefe has laid out the almost perfect fleece. She's on the skirt now. Young Abby Curnow from Australia on table 2. She had just as good a throw. And Jolie Orchard on table number 3 had a good throw as well. But now we're into the skirting of the fleece. There's a bit of yellow coming out here. I understand that they have to remove hard yellow. Toma, hard yellow is to come out. That's just from my understanding. But Tatiana Keefe already knows exactly what to do. So she's right there with her shearer. Abby Curnow's right up there with the crunch. She's already got one side of her fleece skirted. Now she's just with the shearer. She has to catch that metulated fibre, the eye clips in the top knot to make sure it doesn't cross-contaminate with the main fleece, the top dollar stuff on the floor. But back to her table as she's about to skirt the second side. She's a very, very quick wool handler, this young Australian. She's almost into the roll-up. Out comes a bit of yellow wool. And back to the shearer she goes, Tom. How's that young maiden, Lucy Ellis, going on down there from Matoda?
Young Lucy, she thinks that some of this wool is a bit too yellow and she doesn't like it for her likings. If in doubt, pull it out. That's one of the main things we roll by in the wool handling circuit. And here we go, these shearers are still coming down the last side. Come on up, panic station starting to kick in. These wool handlers, so, oh, that girl Abby, lovely throw. Jolie, let's see how Jolie goes. Oh, she didn't quite let it release. Lovely throw down here. By golly me, Jimmy, the cream really rises to the top in these young junior class.
You did right, Toma. We are now into the final where the best of the best in the junior grade have made it. Tatiana Keefe, that fleece was a little bit more challenging, and she struggled to get that one on the table, but she's working her way around it and trying to bring it back. This Abby Curnow, she had a bit of struggle with her one as well. A little bit of bunching in the back end, but she's done well. Now they're back to their shearers. These shearers got their fourth and final fleece on the board now, so this is where it comes to the setup. Their last fleece is about to almost drop off the sheep, and they've still got one on the table. Lucy Ellis now into the skirt around her fleece, removing all the pieces and possibly if there's any yellow wool, but she looks like she's going to be the first to the roll-up on her third fleece. Roll-up time for Lucy Ellis, Toma.
Well, these young wool handlers, they are making the job look easy. This isn't the sort of job that comes easy, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of these wool handlers, they're up at 4 o'clock in the morning. They get back home at 6 o'clock at night. They only have time for a feed, shower, straight to bed. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the fourth of, have a look around, shearers. We want you all to finish together. Working their way down the last side, the wool handlers. Come on, Jolie, where's the support for Jolie? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, game on, let's go. Oh, young Lucy here, she kind of let the fleece go a little bit early, but it's still on the table. What's happening down there? Oh, holy smokes, these Aussie wool handlers and Tatiana. Jolie throws, that's a monster fleece, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute and 40 seconds, I think, is the seal time, so not a lot of time to clean up. Ladies and gentlemen, these wool handlers, they need to process this fleece. They've only got 1 minute 40 seconds, and then they start incurring 1 point every 5 seconds. They'll be penalised. So here we go. They're putting the 70-cent wool into the right basket, the 30-cent wool into the other basket. The main body wool, it's worth about $1 a kilo. Rolled up down here on table number 4. But Tatiana down there on table number 1. Come on, you guys, get in behind your favourite wool handler. I know there's a lot of support out there for these young ones. Let's go. We got the Aussie girl, broom in hand, Jimmy. Oh, they are panic stations.
Yeah, it's all hammer and tongs up here. They're really panicking, but this Tatiana's on the clean-up. Who's going to be the first one down on their hands and needs to get up those second pieces? It looks like Lucy Ellis. She's not too far away. Is she going to put her hand up now, or is it Tatiana? Lucy Ellis of Matoda. Time taken up here for Tatiana. And let's bring these Aussies home, ladies and gentlemen. This is their first time at the Golden Shears. Abby Curnow of Australia. And we've still got one more competitor up there, Jolie Orchard. to have the final say in this junior wool handling final. Finishing touches for her. The brim goes down, the second pieces come out, and the locks are about to be picked up. And she's going to put her hand up any second now. Jolie Orchard, round of applause for your WBS Junior Wool Handling finalists.
Okay, before they get going, Jolie, I know you're probably a little bit tired. She's going to try and hide away.
Ronnie King, could you come to the announcers desk, please? Ronnie King.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Jolie Orchard. She's from Australia. Give her a hand. She's really giving her all. She's struggling to breathe right now. How are you, Jolie? How does this feel to be competing on the biggest stage in the world?
It feels bloody awesome, mate.
You must have plenty of friends and family here to support you. That must make you feel good.
Yeah, I have my ready team over there, my mentor Joel, Shearex, and my family watching the live.
Well, good luck to you. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, Jolie Orchard.
Our next event on the card is the Senior Wool Handling Final.